stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Night morning? Yeah. Game's on at 11, so yeah, it's going to be morning. I met an AI on there. The fuck? Whatever. I have 3 comments on here. Great comments. Because I'm watching the rewatch. Fuck. Oh, I still got to share to stupid Facebook. I'm not awake. Okay, we're going to talk about limitless load. Load being LODE, which has more to do with mining than it does anything else. But the load that they're talking about is like when you hit a gold vein and silver, tungsten, these things. We're going to get to a reading. I'm just such a pain in the fucking ass. No, wrong one. Darn it. All right. There we go. I didn't put it in that either because I didn't get the notice that it was okay. So I didn't put it there. Might as well. We're doing it, right? Might as well get them all. Okay. Done with that. I'll get rid of this. Any day now, my new cat box will get here. I ordered it like 2 weeks ago. See, we want everything now. I've been tracking it, but the tracking makes no sense. This is what the last tracking said. What did it say? Departed from facility in. That's it. That's it. Here, I'll show it to you. I've been liking to share my screen lately. There's it. Letter tracking. There we go. See. Item inbound in sorting center. Electronic information. See, it's coming from China, I guess. When I was doing it, it said that it was coming from Aurora, Colorado. So, but I got like a $600 electronic cat box for $40, so it's worth the wait. I'll wait, and that works well because we're broke. Yeah, we just got broker this weekend. It happens. And I was getting several people, but it's like I became unpopular again or something. Nobody loves Dion anymore. All right. We are going to be Alcoholics Anonymous page 128, 129. That's probably going to be family afterwards. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm going to watch the Broncos lose today. To think we're going to win is kind of silly. Playing the Ravens, I believe, and at the Ravens, and yeah. No, I just want to see how Bo Nix is going to improve. That's all it is steady improvement. We might win the game, who knows, but I'm not counting on it. If you're here, please say hello. I'll watch football for that. I watch it for entertainment. Now, if we get blown out like 80-20, and it's halftime, I'm done. I'm not going to watch a blowout. I'll mind losing, but I don't want to. I'm not going to sit there and watch untalented crap either. So it's not like they're going to make less money because I'm not watching. So, not only that, but I think they're paid too much anyway. Sorry, dude. I didn't know you were. You need to get off there, Jack. Get off. He's still learning the rules. But before, he wouldn't move when I went at him. Now he does. So I'm going slow because I got a cat on the back of my chair. See? He wants something. But it's too cold to open up the window. So I'm going to open it up shortly. Then they can experience the rain and then be like, oh, okay, Dad, now we know. Now we understand why you were saying no. We're stupid cats. So we're looking for the limitless load. Chair just got a lot lighter. Hi, Jax. Huh. You're being all lovey because you went to window. All right. I did do introductions. Okay. Let's put the chat up and let's get going. Assume, on the other hand, that Father has, at the outset, a stirring spiritual experience. Overnight, as it were, he is a different man. If he becomes a religious enthusiast, he is unable to focus on anything else. This can be, yeah. Now, I have a feeling that for some people it happens quickly for a very good reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But if that's what God is deciding, then that's what God is deciding. As soon as sobriety begins to be taken as matter of course, the family may look at their strange new dad with apprehension, then with irritation. What's happened in my family? I got very irritated that when my mom got sober. I was glad that she was sober and in recovery, but I was irritated the fact that they just thought that they should just start taking over in the house when I've been doing it for years with no, not even a thank you. I got mad about that. Yeah. There's talk about spiritual matters morning, noon, and night. He may demand the family find God in a hurry or exhibit some amazing indifference to them and say he is above worldly considerations. I would find this, this is not a spiritual experience, because God's not going to give you that if that's how you're going to act. That's my experience in that. He may tell mother, who has been religious all her life, that she doesn't know what it's all about and she had better get his brand of spirituality while there is still yet time. Yeah, I hope this person finds a sponsor quickly who puts them in their place. Right? There's nothing worse than an alcoholic who's found God too quickly. Oh, I got this. Oh, I got this. You know, one of the biggest challenges, excuse me, one of the biggest challenges I had when I came back in was, I was a drug and alcohol counselor. I was a lot of things before I relapsed. I had 12 years of sobriety. I worked prevention. I did a lot. God supplied me with a lot. Okay. When I came back in after 15 years of drinking, I had to realize that even though I had all that knowledge, I didn't know anything. And it was really hard to just stick to that current experience, strength, and hope, which was what's going on right then and there. Okay. When you come back, it is really easy to two-step because all this knowledge comes flooding back. Now, that doesn't mean I'm using it. Okay. A friend of mine, Terry, gave me some great advice. He said, "Dion, you're going to get those 12 years back, but you're going to have to work your ass off for it," and throws a lot of humility in there, man. He was giving me a heads up. People that tend to come in tend to get too big for their britches too quickly. We got to be careful on that. I'm also finding this. God has kind of offered something to me, and it's a program. No, it's not a paid program, but what it does, it takes people through the steps over the weekend, which is originally how it was done. So I'm going to have an invite. I'm going to go to it myself, and then I may implement it for our house. Once a weekend, we're going to do this, all the steps, all the steps. Yeah. Just a thought, just a thought. Still needs to be run by the board and other people before that could be done. Okay. When father takes this tack, the family may react unfavorably. Yeah, I can't, I can't go running around buttonholing everybody about God. I can't. No. I get it. I mean, I finally fucking felt good and I was excited, and gosh, when this mouth starts moving, it just don't stop. And so I had to be very careful. Okay. Keep it to closed mouth friends. It was my sponsor and my wife that listened to me and said, yeah, those are great ideas. But no. Then after a while, it was not yet. Now God says yes. I've been wanting to open this transition home for 8 years. I've been wanting to do something for 8 years. I was getting ready to do it, and then guess what happened? I had my first PTSD attack. And then that would take me 3 years of my sobriety to go through. And I still work on it. But in the last 2 to 3 months, I've only had like 2 or 3 nightmares. I have like a nightmare. Seems like I'm having one every 2 weeks or so. They used to be every night, all fucking night. Still have drunk dreams, but those are nothing. Those are nothing compared to drunk dreams are easy. Oh, I had a drunk dream. Yay. That's all I had. What is that? That's progress. It's progress. But I had to do a lot of work. I had to focus on me. On me. Telling people they better get it right. I've been spiritual for one day and I know better. See, there's something wrong there. They may be jealous of God who has stolen dad's affections. Best watch this. Okay. In the beginning, yeah, you're going to need to take time for yourself, but this is how I explained it. Hey, I've got to get better so I can be there for you. And that's exactly what happened. And my kids and my wife and my mom and the people that love me were patient and they let me do it. And they supported me because I was trying to do the right thing. Sometimes I would fall. They'd say, that's okay, Dad. That's okay, husband. That's okay, son. You're human. It's okay. Dust yourself off. Start day one. I relapsed so many times in 2 years. My book is full of dates that don't exist. Whew. Well, grateful that he drinks no more. At least they kind of knew what to do when he was drinking. Now they have no fucking clue. Accomplish the miracle where they failed. This is the biggest part. Okay. Everybody needs to understand something. Everyone. I can't get people sober. I couldn't even get me sober. What makes you think no, God does that. He's the only one that does that I know of in my experience. Okay. Sure, I've seen other people get sober, but I don't see them recover. Recovery can't happen without God. It's a bold statement. But there's thousands and thousands and thousands of years of experience to prove it. And I believe it. It is statement, and in my mind, nothing but fact. But really, it's an opinion. Okay? And a strong one. There's a reason the government is not listing AA on their sites. They don't want you to go to AA. You might recover. Then they don't have any control over you. It's really what it is. That's all that is. Anyway, back to this. They often forget that Father was beyond human aid. They may not see why their love and devotion did not straighten him out. Dad is not so spiritual after all, they say. No, he's not. No, he just had a spiritual experience. What is it that usually this is? It's usually a good night's sleep. They wake up and they're just fucking happy. And then we don't know how to handle it because we're extremists. So it might be better that this happens and they go out and drink. This is what I would suggest for the family. That's great. Go to a meeting. What does your sponsor have to say about that? These are questions you can ask the alcoholic. Okay. The family's already put up with enough of our shit. Okay. If they want to be spiritual, they'll join you. If they don't, they won't. Okay. My wife joins me in a lot of things that I do. My kids, no, not really. So what? All right. If he means to right his past wrongs, why all this concern for everyone in the world but his family? What about his talk that God will take care of them? They suspect Father is a bit balmy. You know, I heard somebody say, this was months ago, and it was so true. And he said, I give more grace to complete strangers than I do my own family. I'm like, oh man, motherfucker just read my mail. He was right. And what a good way to put it, too. It isn't mean. There's no finger pointing. There's no real blame. It's an admittance. And it's true. Maybe you already caught it. Maybe you already caught it. But it was new to me. Well, it wasn't new to me, but the way that he put it with grace, yeah, that's what did it for me. And that's just the way he explained it. But I've always known that you will, if you are going through something, you will take it out on the people you love the most first. It's just, that is a human trait. It isn't even alcoholism. It's what everybody does. But we alcoholics are extremists, so let's remember that too. 25 minutes kickoff. He's not so unbalanced as they might think. Many of us has experienced Dad's elation. See, that's what it is. This is a pink cloud. Got good night's rest, had your first spiritual experience. Okay? Yeah. You discovered grass was green and you got excited. It's all right. It's all right. Right? Enjoy that pink cloud. Fuck yeah. You earned it. You did. You earned it, man. You know, I don't care. I don't care if this happened 2 days after you got sober. You still earned it. Yeah. I have respect for any person that tries to make their life better. Yeah. You bet I do. Okay. Now, when it comes to the pink cloud, the key is to keep your feet firmly placed on the ground because this too shall pass. I've heard some people say my pink cloud doesn't end. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, but something else is going on because that's not life. Or maybe I'm wrong and they just have a really good fucking attitude that I can't obtain. There's that too. Okay. We have indulged in spiritual intoxication. Like a gaunt prospector, belt drawn over the last ounce of food, our pick struck gold. Joy at our release from a lifetime of frustration knew no bounds. You were finally fucking set free from the chains that you have been binding you for fucking years. It's like a bird who finally gets to fly after being held for 20 years. It's a spiritual liberation, and we're all going to handle it differently. This can be a very dangerous time. What happens with excitement? We got to be careful. I know I want you to be excited too. I want you to feel it. I want you to have fun. But I also want you to realize that you're always an arm length away from the next drink. Okay. Some people will take this as I'm cured, I feel better, doing better. Right. Little boy whistling in the dark. Keep up his spirits. Father feels he has struck something better than gold. Okay. Now, if you've never been bound, you won't understand this freedom. That's why we alcoholics confuse people. What should take years and years of treatment and isolation and belladonna treatments and shock therapy and what's the one they did before that? Where they stick a pike up your nose, frontal lobotomy. Yeah, frontal lobotomy used to be the answer for alcoholism. Aren't you glad you got God? These are yeah, that's how they dealt with mental illnesses. We're so fucking fortunate. They used to use shock therapy, all sorts of fucked up ways to try and change the human brain. Because we've always known it was bodily and mentally different. We just didn't quite know why. He may not see at once that he has barely scratched a limitless load, which will pay dividends only if he minds it for the rest of his life, and insists on giving away the entire product. All of it. Yeah, I struck gold and then I gave it away. I don't have any of it. I give it away, all of it. By the end of the day, it's weird because I give everything away, yet I'm full. I empty myself, but yet I'm still full. And I'm full because of the dividends, a limitless load which will pay dividends only if he minds it. Every day I got to help someone. I got to help someone. I got to help an alcoholic. Every day. Even if it's this alcoholic. How do we do that? We go to meetings, detoxes, hospitals. We work the front lines, man. We're available. Ask God. Hey, God, who do you need me to help today? Do you need me to help one of your children today? Make me available. Please put me in the right place. Give me the right words. Thank you. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Love you. That's how I talk to God. But you only get to keep the precious gift by giving it away. And in this sense, we're rich. In the spiritual sense, in the brotherhood, in love, in the language of the heart. When it comes to spirituality, we're rich people. I'd rather have strength. I would rather have spiritual strength than money any day. Not even a decision for me. I will take the spiritual strength. Yeah, I'm going to be broke. It's going to be arduous. I've been broke for 54 years. So what? How's that different? If the family cooperates, Dad will soon see that he is suffering from a distortion of values. In other words, he's going to do his fourth and fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth and realize, oh, I'm kind of still being a dick. I just went the opposite direction. Okay. We go from here to here when we belong here. We belong here. See what happens? See what happens when we bring these two sides together? Look, what is this? Well, doesn't it look like I'm praying? Balance. What's balance? God's balance. Higher power's balance. Joy is there. Serenity is there. Knowing how to handle situations which used to baffle me is there. I'd much rather have serenity than elation. I can still be happy about something and serene, but overexcitement can fuck me up. I'm getting better at it. But getting too excited can actually trigger me. Weird. Not really. I'm an alcoholic and therefore I take any emotion to the extreme. He will perceive that his spiritual growth is lopsided. That for an average man like himself, a spiritual life which does not include his family obligations may not be so perfect after all. My family, I don't want to call them obligations because I don't feel obligated. That's like saying I'm going to babysit my children. You can't babysit your children. Okay? Yeah. My family is part of my recovery, and my recovery comes first. See? Yeah. Everybody comes first. Do I come first? I don't know. God decides that. Some days he says, Dion, you ain't doing shit. You're going to take care of yourself. That's helping another alcoholic, is it not? Okay. If the family will appreciate that Dad's current behavior is but a phase of his development, all will be well. In the midst of an understanding and sympathetic family, these vagaries of Dad's spiritual infancy will quickly disappear. Or maybe you could go to Al Anon and Alateen and get your own spirituality and work on yourself and quit worrying about Dad. That's probably the better answer. But at that time, Al Anon, Alateen stuff wasn't around, so it's not suggested in there. September 22nd, it is my daughter's birthday. It is my daughter's birthday. When I talk with a newcomer to AA, my past looks straight in my face. It's also Bilbo and Frodo Baggins' birthday. No wonder Lord of the Rings is blowing up today. It's Bilbo and Frodo's birthday. Lord of the Rings. All right. I know. Told you, I'm a geek. I read Lord of the Rings and all that. I've been doing. I started playing Dungeons and Dragons in 1979. Okay. When I talk with a newcomer to AA, my past looks me straight in the face. I see the pain in those hopeful eyes. I extend my hand, and then the miracle happens. I become healed. My problems vanish as I reach out to this trembling soul. Wow, you don't got to put no work into it. This doesn't even have to do with the reading. Work with me here. It goes. I'll make it work. Watch this. All right. By sharing your past. Right. And then the miracle happens. I become healed. I just now. That I guess it felt a little too religious for me. I felt like, oh, you are healed. I am healed. No, I've gotten out of myself, is what has happened. And when I get out of myself, my subconscious will work on my problems. You've been taught. I've been taught the skills. Okay, character growth is something I do intentionally. It's not something I wait for. And when you do that, when your life is full of intentions, that's just how it'll go. Right? Now, by unlimited load, what does it mean? It means this program will keep you busy for the rest of your darn life. It will. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna go watch the pregame here about how the Broncos suck so bad and all our injuries and everything else. So I hope we don't get our butts whooped too bad. We got a good defense. So all right. I love you. Love you. Peace out.